So in today's video, I decided to accept the request of some stranger to beat up some bullies. The only thing I did not consider when accepting this job was that I needed 3 Pokemon in order to enter the bases. I made sure that the non-Cramorants fainted before the big battle as to make sure that this was as much of a solo run as possible. The one thing to note is I did save this storyline for last, so one could say I was a tad overleveled. Due to the overleveling, the first 2 bases were swept with no difficulty at all. After the second base, Penny shows up and somehow confused me because I ended up doing the bases out of order after this. The fighting one was tough in regards to level, but Cramorant being a flying type made it fairly easy. Having skipped the poison base, I made sure to go back, but I didn't struggle with that base either. All that was left was Fairy Specialist Ortega. This base, although not the strongest level-wise, gave me the hardest time. Before we get into that though, there was an unfortunate event that happened upon trying to enter the base. After beating the trainer at the front gate, I forgot to stop Quaxly's evolution and now have to live with that mistake for the rest of my life. I did make sure to stop Piplups, but by this point my heart was already broken. To make matters worse, I lost to Ortega on my first try. After some training, I did manage to beat Ortega, thus having defeated all of Team Star. Wait, but the story doesn't end there. That's probably what you're thinking, right? Well, you're correct. I went to go beat Penny, but I was stopped by the director. On my first go, his Oranguru's yawn allowed for his Houndoom to Thunderfang me, doing enough damage for the rest of the team to clean up. Being stubborn, I went back in immediately, hoping for better RNG. Luckily, Oranguru foul played instead of yawning, allowing me to beat Houndoom in one shot. I got a lucky flinch on Gyarados. Oh, Abomasnow. All that was left now was Polteageist and Meowscarada, which both of them stood no chance. After beating the director, I headed to Penny, the true leader of Team Star. Unfortunately for her, she was using Evolutions. Although I do think the Eevees are great, they just can't compete with Cramorant. Through her valiant efforts, I still managed to take her Eevees down one by one. After this battle, I can say that my Cramorant has successfully bullied the bullies.